This is a thank you card made entirely with the Delicate Dream Suite, and I'm guessing it looks nothing like what you pictured when you heard that name. I'm Karen Trelfa. Welcome to Stampers Club. And today we are going to be making this thank you card using the Delicate Dream Suite from the new Stampin' Up catalog. The supply list is linked in the description below. And if you are not already subscribed, hit that button now. I post new card tutorials every week. The Delicate Dream Suite includes the Delicate Whispers bundle, which is featured here. Lots of extra die sets to do that with, and the stamp set is just beautiful. So I started out with a piece of Crumb Cake cardstock. This is a half a sheet, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to use my bone folder just to get a nice crisp edge here. Then I'm going to bring in some Secret C cardstock and some of this designer series paper. Now, the star of this paper is, of course, this beautiful floral side. Part of this suite includes this Delicate Dreams paper, and it even has like foil accents on it. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful paper. And of course, flip side is nice and subtle. So you have some alternatives, which is what I have decided to do today. I'm going to use the back side of this beautiful floral. Even though it has all this pretty foil on there, I'm still going to do that. Well, maybe not. You know what? Let me make it one each way, and then you can tell me which one you prefer. We can do a little comparison here. So let me get some tape on this, add it to the Secret C. Okay, it's not wanting to get on there. I need to line this up. I have a very narrow border here, so I'm using just an 1/8 inch border. And then we'll add some tape to the back of this. And this is just going to go right in the center of the card. You're going to watch this come together with a little bit of an accent going on here, right? A little bit of a comparison here with these two. Then I'm going to get a piece of basic white cardstock and get my ink pad opened up here. I'm going to use Crumb Cake ink and this little bit of a like a leaf spray. Yes, but that's what you would call it, is a little bit of a leaf spray. And I'm just going to kind of put that right about there. And I'm also going to add my greeting, thank you kindly, to this same cardstock here, to the same spot, just down here on the right. Okay, so that's nice and done. And then I'm going to bring in some of the die cuts. So I have the, these are just like little elements that are in that die set. So I have this in Mossy Meadow, and then these two really fun little kind of spiky things in Crumb Cake. And to add that, I'm going to use just a dimensional to start with here. And I'm going to just put it kind of, I think I want it right about there. And I'm going to add the green part, and yeah, I think I want it just about like that. Then I'm going to add these two little spiky things. One of them is going to go right about there, and I'm adhering this by just putting it right on the dimensional. And then the second one, the same thing. I'm going to put it over the top of the dimensional and have it be just a little bit shorter than the one off to the left. That's too high. Let's go a little bit shorter off to the left. And I'm going to stack another dimensional right over the top of that one. That'll help secure all of that, but it'll also be for the next step. Now this, I am going to go ahead and mat onto some Secret C cardstock here also. Get that element started here. Or that layer, I should say. Right, get that on there. And then I'm going to do some stamping. Again, I'm using Crumb Cake ink and just this one little flower here. Super simple there. Look at that, one ink pad for the whole card. How many times have you done that? Then I'm going to bring in some Stampin' Blends. I'm going to start with my Mossy Meadow. And I want to just get a little bit of the dark at the base of these leaves, these smaller leaves. And I'm going to run it along the entire edge of this one and then bring some up into the middle here also. and then switch to my light Mossy Meadow to fill those in. And blends are just, they really make it so that you can look like an artist without really having to be the artist. I mean, our artwork is great, but the blends really give you that opportunity to actually look like a professional watercolorer when you really aren't. And if you are, great for you. I wish I was. Got a little extra on there. And then I'm going to go with one of our new in colors, Hydrangea Blue. Now, this color is in the paper also, so this matches just perfectly. And I'm just going to add a little bit here and there where it already kind of shows in the design work here. I'm going to go along the edge, and I'm going to go up around the center of the card or the flower. I'm just going to add in some extra dimension here. Can bring it up on some of these leaves, this little spot here, and I think I'll go on this one here. Doesn't take a lot, and then I'll come back with the light and do the same thing. I will just blend in the darks into the light, and you'll end up with these really pretty highs and lows in your coloring. So you have like a watercolor, you know, I don't want to call it splotchy. I don't know what the technical term is on the watercoloring when you have that nice variegated coloring that happens. But you do get that with these blends, which I really love them for that. They just make the coloring so much fun, so much easier. But definitely don't forget to subscribe. And then also you can go over to stampersclub.com and join my email list, which gives you even more free tutorials. Now this, I'm going to go ahead and get the die cut out for this and get this die cut. This cute little one right here. Die cut's nice and easy. And you get this really pretty little colored one here. And I'm going to just peel the backing off that dimensional that I added in there. And I'm going to bring this flower right over to the top of this, right here next to my thank you kindly. Now this whole assembly, I am also going to put on dimensionals. You know me and dimensionals, they are just, I don't know, they're just standard for me. I don't know why, but they are. They give all your projects that extra wow that people really seem to notice when they get your card in the mail, because it makes it look like you just did all that extra work just for them, because you did. We're going to put this right in the middle. And then we're going to get some of this Gray Granite ribbon, which is also part of the suite. So the suite includes the ribbon, the paper, the bundle, and it does include some little dots too, which I did not use or put on this card. Get this here and here, and I'm going to get a glue dot and get the glue dot on the back there of that ribbon. And I'm just going to put this right below my little bow here on a little bit of an angle and get my bow going here. And then there you go. There you have it. You have this really nice little thank you card. Now, again, two totally different cards here by using the flip side of the designer paper. I did prefer the very natural, subtle, woodsy look that the card that I first started out with shows you. But I did want to show you that you can make it a little more colorful by flipping over that designer series paper. And again, if you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all later. Have a stamp happy day. Bye now.